At this point, everyone would agree we're in a recession, regardless of what Joe Biden or Jerome Powell tells you. But that doesn't mean we have to be fearful and not do anything. If you listen to my buddy Alex Hormozy, he says you're a loser if you're scared of the recession.
Only losers should fear recessions. I mean that like from the bottom of my heart.
Now look, I know it's easy to get scared when the media's telling you to be scared, but the reality is this is the best time to be an entrepreneur and position yourself ahead of the competition. In fact, I'm gonna tell you why I'm so excited and give you 10 different things you should be doing, not to just survive the recession, but thrive. First thing you need to do is adjust your marketing strategy to embrace the recession. The way you've done your marketing to this point might have worked really well, but now you need to adjust it to what people are going through right now. This includes how you create video ads, how you do your copywriting, and how you create your messaging. For example, if you look at my marketing for Future Flipper, the majority of my ads are talking about how to kill it in real estate in this recession. Because right now, that's what real estate investors are looking for. They want to figure out what they need to be doing during this changing time. And if you look at all my ads before this, they weren't talking about how to prepare for a recession or what you should be doing right now. The ads were talking about how the real estate market was really hot and how to find deals during this time when things were super competitive. In my own house flipping business, we have had to change how we reach out to sellers with our messaging. For example, during COVID on our TV commercials, we would say that we can make you an offer over the phone. We don't even have to come to your house because people were really scared about being around each other. And now a lot of our advertising is reaching out to sellers whose properties have been sitting out on the market for a while. And we're basically telling them that, hey, if your property's been sitting, we'll buy it right now. Other people are scared of the market, but we're not. We are still buying. The second thing you need to do is get rid of people who aren't carrying their weight. Look, the reality is there's gonna be a ton of really talented people about to hit the job market. And really through no fault of their own, simply the companies they worked at weren't able to adapt and pivot. And so as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have the choice at getting some grade A talent that was not available the last couple of years. And that means you need to look at your employees and say, who is an A player that I could see being with us for the future? Who has proved their worth during this time? Who has proved their loyalty? And who do I think is gonna continue to get better? And if you've got people who you don't feel that way about, then it's probably time to part ways. For the last few years, it's been really easy to be a business owner and an employee. People are spending money, people are buying things, revenues are good, especially in the real estate business. And when things get easy, people get really comfy. And I'll be honest, I myself have felt that way as a business owner because things have been so much easier than they've been in the past. But now with everything tightening up, I've realized it's not time to be comfy, it's time to bear down and really get in the trenches. Unfortunately, you see more empty desks than we had here before because we've had to revamp. And the crazy thing is, with less people and a higher concentration of A players, we've actually become more productive because the morale is better, people are very clear on what they need to do. And obviously, when people are let go, those who remain know they need to step their game up. And the reality is we are gonna refill those seats as these A players become available from other companies. So start getting rid of people who aren't carrying their weight in your business. The third thing you need to do is look at new streams of income for your business. Ideally, the first stream of income you would look at is the easiest, something your clients already need. So this could be in the form of creating a new product or service for them, or potentially affiliating someone else's product or service that you know they're using. Let's just take a realtor, for example. If you have a client who wants to buy a house from you, there are so many other products and services that they need outside of actually just buying the house through you as a realtor. They need to buy furniture, they need insurance, they need a lender for their loan. They're gonna need all the maintenance on the home, like landscape, pool, cleaners. And unfortunately, most realtors get paid $0 for referring out all these different products and services. Why don't you just find a way to get paid on all these different things? It doesn't mean you gotta go out and start all your own businesses, but you can get referral fees or affiliate fees from some of these different companies. Obviously, being a realtor, there's a whole bunch of legal things that you can and can't get paid on, but the point is, with any business, start looking at all the different add-on products and services that your current client or customer would use. In fact, at our last event, I told all of my students at Future Flipper this same exact thing. With houses taking longer to sell, a lot of investors' cash is tied up in these deals and they're just waiting to get paid out. And so you need to figure out how can you make cash in the meantime while you wait. Well, as somebody who's in real estate, there are a bunch of ways to get paid on a day-to-day basis versus just waiting for the flip to sell. If you have a realtor's license, you can go out and actively sell homes. If you already have relationships with contractors, you can go do do design and project management for other people. If you've got a big buyer's list, you can start co-wholesaling other people's deals. And if you're a student with us, you could just go affiliate Future Flipper to people who don't know about us yet. In fact, I just gave one of our students named Zasha a brand new Rolex because she was our top affiliate. She made over 6 figures just referring people to Future Flipper. So there's lots of ways to build new streams of income within what you're already doing with your business. Now that's the easiest way to do it, but if you're like me, then you could just start brand new businesses that don't exist yet. For instance, we just did a massive launch for my brand new company called Content Empire. Basically, we teach entrepreneurs how to create content, build a personal brand, and turn those views into dollars for their business. This is a business that I think is going to absolutely crush during the recession and in the future as more and more entrepreneurs realize they have to create content. So for me, I've created this whole new revenue stream that didn't exist before the recession that is going to be super beneficial for me in the long run. It can help with cash flow issues, especially as house flips take longer to sell. The fourth tip I want to give you is to triple down on your marketing. We already talked about in tip 1 of reframing your message during marketing, but I also want to add that you need to triple down on what actually works. If you're doing really good with cold calling or texting or Facebook ads, double down on it. Don't just keep doing it at the same rate. If you've got a winner, ride that winner to the fullest. And on the flip side, if you've got a loser or something that's not working as well, then cut it out or slow it down. It doesn't matter how long that marketing stream has worked for. For instance, we have done TV commercials really well the past 3 years. And right now we've made the choice to slow down on our ad spend for multiple reasons. The first being that all of the politicians are buying up the TV ad space. So our cost for a TV commercial has gone through the roof. You mix that with the slower market, and it's just not a great time to be spending all this money on TV commercials. And so even though it's been our best marketing channel the last 3 years, right now at this very moment, it's not something I want to double down on. It's something I actually want to scale back. So we're looking at new ways to subsidize our marketing across all my businesses and figure out what's going to work best during this time. For instance, if you follow me on Instagram, then you're going to see me promoting a lot more webinars. You're gonna see me talking a lot more about meetups. You're gonna see us really pushing affiliates. In years past, we have not really had to do those things in order for us to grow and create revenue. But we know we're gonna have to start doing different things with marketing in order to keep our growth where we want it to be. Tip number 5 is that you've got to watch your money like a hawk. Seriously, I'm joking, but I'm not joking, right? The last couple of years, making money has never been easier because they've been printing more money than ever. And when making money gets easier, people get super lackadaisical with it. They go spend it on a bunch of stuff. They're not really paying attention to what's going in and out because they feel like making money is easy. But the reality is, during a recession, you need to watch this money every single day like a hawk. You need to know every time one of these things goes out of your bank account and every time one comes back in. Those who have good cash management are going to be able to take advantage of all the deals during the recession, and they're going to have less stress. The sixth thing you need to look at is strategic partnerships. As I said before, there's going to be other companies who don't adapt and pivot, and so they're going to be struggling really bad. And this is the time to look into partnering with them, acquiring them, or even taking their top talent. For instance, right now I'm looking at acquiring a couple of different companies that I would have never had the chance to get a year or two ago. And with many of these companies, I won't even have to pay any money to buy them. Their situations are getting really bad, they're running out of cash, and I know I have the resources to have them succeed in my own ecosystem and with my abilities. Right now, companies are more receptive than ever into partnering or even being bought out in the right situation. The seventh thing is you've got to start raising money like crazy. And no, I'm not talking about like literally raising money with your hand. I'm talking about raising money from other people to help you grow your business. Seriously, I'll literally ask anyone and everyone for money. Hey, Sion, let me get some money. Thank you, sir. Actually, let's do it again. It's really hard to grow a business with your own money. All businesses need capital to grow. This is why companies go public on the stock market. This is why they seek out venture capital at early stages. And this is why real estate investors are raising money to go buy more deals. Building any kind of business or any portfolio is really difficult when it's all your own money. I've only been able to accomplish all the things I have because other people have been willing to give me money along the way. So start raising money from family, from friends, from business people, from banks. Build every relationship that you can. because you're gonna have to raise money for everything. Start applying for credit cards, start applying for business lines of credit. There are so many ways to access capital, you just need to make sure you're going through all the different methods. Now, this doesn't mean you gotta go use the money right away. You just need to have as many different avenues as possible to get capital when you need it. All right, we've got a few more to go, and I've also got a bonus tip for you since you've stayed this far. Let's jump into number 8. You need to seek out mentorship, masterminds, and events. Trying to navigate through the recession on your own is gonna be really difficult. This includes myself. I'm so grateful I have so many other people who feed into me on a daily basis. And most of these people that I've met have been in other masterminds or events that I've attended. And I'm grateful for all those people I've met because they've helped me get to this level that I'm currently at today. By doing that, it's opened the door to meet other really successful entrepreneurs who are so much further along the road than I am. Just look at all the people that I've been able to have on my podcast without paying them anything. Guys like Grant Cardone, Patrick Bet-David, Ryan Serhant, Alex Hormozy. I've been able to learn from all these people and grow as an entrepreneur myself because of it. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, Ryan, I can't go talk to those people like you can, so what am I supposed to do? Well, you can just go to events and masterminds where these people are speaking. If you went to my last event, you could have talked to me. You could have talked to Hormozy. These people are out there. It's just up to you to go put yourself in that room around these people. Which, by the way, my next event is January 10th through 12th here in Las Vegas, and we got a crazy lineup of speakers and people that can mentor you and speak life into you. Tip number 9 is you need to do an exercise called Think Time. This is something I learned from a book called The Road Less Stupid, and it's something I do every single month. Here's my journal, and once a month I ask myself difficult questions that I need to figure out the answer to by myself. For example, here on 10/22, I asked myself, what is my focus in business at this point? How do I become more intentional with the overall plan? As you can imagine, this is a pretty deep question to be asking yourself. It's not something you should rush through and just try to get done, but you should really spend time thinking about, writing honest answers with yourself, and that's gonna help you figure out the next moves to be making in your life and your business. The reason I like doing it is because it works the muscles in your brain. So many of us like to turn our brains off and just be entertained. We wanna watch Netflix, we wanna watch YouTube, we want people to tell us what to do. Even when we have our own problems, we just want everyone else to give us the solution. But your brain only gets stronger when you actually use it as a muscle and start thinking about things for yourself and creatively solving problems. And this is exactly what this exercise does. And I can promise you, during this recession, you're gonna have a lot of problems that you need to figure out how to solve. All right, that leads me to tip number 10 before our bonus, which is that you need to start hunting for discounts. You can definitely start buying real estate at discounts. Sellers are more than ready to start taking lower offers than in years past. But there are so many other things that you could be buying in your business right now. Inventory is now starting to pile up. We've had supply chain shortages for the past couple of years, but now you're gonna be able to start getting inventory for cheap. You're probably not gonna have to keep paying over list price on cars here in the very future. You're also gonna be able to get discounts on talent. As more people are looking for jobs, you're not gonna have to pay as much. Also with your vendors, you're gonna be able to get better discounts and work better deals. That leads me to the bonus tip for how to deal with this recession, and that is to avoid all the negativity. Quit watching the YouTubers who are trying to scare you with every single video. Quit reading articles from the media that only talk about doomsday. Great entrepreneurs make money no matter what's happening, and you can be a great entrepreneur in the recession.